O'Brien.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN Monday Trading. We kick things off, and you have the S&Ps sliding slightly to the red, but we're talking about a price point of 64.12 in the S&Ps, folks. We are a solid 45 points off of the highs, though, 64.57 overnight, and it's been a steady slide to negative prices. The last hour, though, just chopping around. You put this even on a minute, right? In terms of 2 o'clock, just a 5-point trading range since that area. But yes, we got lower prices throughout the trading day. All things considered, S&P above 6,400 though, down by 0.2%. NASDAQ 100 holding on to the green right now, but trading lower as well, off by about 130 points from the overnight high. We're at 23,453, up about 0.1%. The Dow off 0.3%, just under 45,000, 44,938. And the Russell negative by 0.2%. Bitcoin, we were as high as 121,000 Sunday night. We're trading at $119,010 right now. Crude catches a bid. Got a little bit of volatility with Russia, as Trump imposing now a 10 to 12 day peace. We'll see where that goes, but nonetheless, a little bit of risk premium in crude, pushing $67 this morning. We're back at 66.86 right now. We jumped to notes and bonds. And yeah, on the following of the U.S. and the EU with the 15% tariff deal, we have lower price, higher yield, and a stronger dollar so far this morning. You're talking about a 10-year at 4.42. And you have the dollar right now digesting that deal with a little getting over some risk premium, risk, whatever you want to call it. The dollar trading higher by a full point. We're at 97,647 as of Friday, and we're literally almost to the tick. 1 full point higher. We're pushing 99 right now. You take a look at the dollar, that is quite a move. On that dollar, you take a look at where we were in July. Now, what's remarkable about July is all the acceleration higher has been in July, all right? July 1st, you were at 96.37. We had the 10-year yield at 4.19%, and you had the dollar crashing lower. So we have yield weakness, you have dollar weakness, right? Since then, we got the 10-year now at 4.42, so we're 23 basis points above where you were, and you have the dollar pushing the highs of about 10, 11 days ago when we got up to a high of 98.95, and we're trading at 98.646. And we kick it off with the dollar for our first headline. The dollar climbs the most since May as trade jitters ease. Yeah. And you take a look, and on top of that, you're talking about a dollar right now to get on it. We're talking about the biggest month. Where were we? Forgive me. We up here? I'm jumping around to too many. Since May, no, I want to. There it is. That's the I wanted the chart. Dollar set for the best month in 2025. What I will say, though, is that I knew right when I looked at this, right? I said, man, the dollar's not really up that much. You're digesting. Well, it is if you cherry pick the low, and that's just what happened, all right? So you're going to see that the dollar's set for the best month this year, but that just happens to coincide with the fact that this acceleration higher is off the heels of that July 1st low at 96 and change. We're at 98.64. Folks, 2 days ago, we're at 97.10. Okay? 2 days ago, we were basically pushing the lows, and now you get to have headlines that the dollar's having the best month this year. So keep that in context as we go forward, because if we do get cuts, which the pressure is going to be on, whether it's Chairman Powell. Okay, now we have a Fed decision this week. It's Fed week, even though there's no expectation for the Fed to do anything. And then, of course, it shifts to September. But there's going to be pressure for the Fed to lower rates. That is going to be pressure for the dollar to the downside. But nonetheless, you're getting a bid today as we get over the EU and the U.S. with a 15% tariff deal. All right, and I mentioned we get Fed Day on Wednesday. We also get some pretty big earnings events. You get Microsoft and Meta on Wednesday. Jump over to Microsoft shares right now. We're at 714. You were as high as 747. In positive by 0.2% today. Yeah, look at that pop on the open, man. I was doing the morning program. Gave it up $10 from the high to the low. We had some selling in this market. Microsoft on Wednesday as well. Same thing. Microsoft, $5 off of where you were. And then you get Apple and Amazon on Thursday. Apple shares down by 0.2%. Amazon getting helped by that trade deal with the EU, up by 0.6% right now at 232.81. And stay tuned, folks. We're coming back with our man Steve Rhodes. We'll be back. Don't go away.